What's up, friend, and welcome back to another Spider-Man or Through the Oma Path standard video. And I cannot believe I'm saying this, but it has finally happened. Simic aggro has won back-to-back standard challenges on MTGO. And these decks that won the challenge have one strange card in common that we haven't really seen before in the Simic deck, but apparently it's the key to victory. I'm talking about Tyvar the Pummeler. So first let me show you these two decks that end up winning. So this deck list won 2 days ago. That's the one we're checking out in this video. And then we have the one that won yesterday, which is this one right here. I would say that this version is a little bit more of a refined version of the one you're going to be looking at in this video, because this one has a lot of like 2-offs, 1-offs. They're kind of like meta calls. A Repulsive Mutation in the main, a Quantum Riddler in the main, 2 Key Knight Curators. So a little bit more like text here and there to try and combat the current meta, whereas like the other version of the deck has a little bit more like 4-offs and stuff. It's a bit more focused. I'll link both of them in the description below so you can figure out which one you want to play yourself. But I wanted to check this out because, like I said, both of these decks have one card in common, and it is Tyvar the Pummeler. 3 mana, 3/3, tap another untapped creature you control, and Tyvar gains indestructible until the end of turn. Tap it. For 5 mana, there's an activated ability where creatures you control get +X/+X until the end of turn, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. This card makes a ton of sense to play in this deck because we have so many mana dorks. Like there's 4 Gene Pollinators and 4 Llanowar Elves in here. And if you can get a start where perhaps even these like dorks get copied by something like Drunith, which is still a 4-off in the deck list, you have a ton of mana available pretty early, and you can have Tyvar be the perfect mana sink that is just going to win the game the second that ability gets activated. Tyvar with the indestructible makes not only like a great attacker with that, a great blocker too, and has a little bit of resilience against all the removal in the meta. So really cool to see Tyvar finally in action. Always liked this card. I cannot, lie to you. I've kind of forgotten about it a little bit. So it's cool to see that these decks are playing Tyvar. And one thing that they're also doing is they're back on the Floodbit Drowners. My version of Simic aggro did not play the Drowners anymore. I was on Genomorph Imagos. So I wonder if Tyvar kind of like balances that out a little bit, because Tyvar has that pump up effect. Perhaps you don't need to pump up from the Genomorphs, or the tapping from the Drowner was just like working out better for those players. So quite different from the version you've seen on this channel quite often. So I figured, yeah, we really need to check this out, because if this is the truth, if this is how Simic aggro is a tier 1 deck list, we gotta check it out. So let's dive into the gameplay here. Before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for your support in these like tough times. I know Spider-Man is rough, but you're still checking out my videos. It means the world to me. And on top of that, I have been playing a little bit more variety content on my stream. And if you want to watch those back ad-free, you can check them out over on my Patreon. I think I already have like 10+ hours of content. Pokemon ZA, we're gonna have horror games and stuff on there. So if you want to see a little bit more and support the channel, you can check it out on Patreon. And on top of that, I will have a sideboard guide for this Simic aggro deck list on Patreon as well in tonight, if not tomorrow. So, and with that being said, thank you guys so much. Let's dive into the gameplay and let's see Simic thrive. Yeah, the survey docs is just something completely different. Like the survey docs is insane. Like you guys did it to yourself, bro. Like you really did. Like you really did. Anyway, let's get started here. A little bit of Simic mid. This is a deck that won the challenge. There's Tyvars in here, which is pretty interesting. I think I may want to copy Pop Etch Recruits instead. Let's see how that plays out. All right. Yes, the crazy like influencer docs survey definitely shows how much they're looking for anything to blame but themselves, which is literally just insanity, honestly. Ooh, I could wait for Drunith and then copy Pop Edge guaranteed. I should probably do that. Yes, we're gonna play more Pokemon ZA later. And for all of you guys, I am uploading my 7 hours of Pokemon ZA to my IRL/more Ashlizzlle tier on Patreon. So you have like, you get access to that for $3 a month, and you will basically, I'll be posting all my like variety gameplay ad-free on there for those interested. Also all the I'm not a human playthroughs and stuff. What is this? 2 starting towns and a get lost. Okay. Don't know what that means. These are cute. Were these at the store the other day? I think they were, right? I believe so. That's really cute. I have the Pumpkin Saberus as my pet right now. This could be life gain. Hold on. Could be life gain. I'm gonna put this on green here. Get myself the Drunith and the Paw Patch. Spooky season. Here we go. You don't care about battling Pokemon ZA, it's a dress-up game. Not period. Real. I'm so, like, I even showed my, like, I'm that much of a loser. I even showed my mom pictures of my character in Pokemon ZA. I'm like, Mom, look at me and Chikorita sitting at the cafe. You know how it is, you know how it is. Mom liked the outfit. She didn't comment on it, she thought it was cute. Then she showed me a picture of the Chikorita I left in our house, which is sitting on the cage of my bird. And anytime the bird is out of the cage, Yumi is determined to throw Chikorita off the Yumi is determined to throw Chikorita off the cage. Like every time. It's the first thing he does when he gets out the cage. Just picks it up, throws it off. He's a hater. That's not right. World Champ, thank you for the 7. Lucky number 7, how's it going? It's going. Nah, it's true. Like, guaranteed, he gets out of his cage, grabs the Chikorita, tosses it off the cage. Like, it's wild. Every time. How did I race a hater? I don't know. Alright, GG, your Roboroid is too fast. I know. Life gain, I think. Is the bitter triumph in the Get Lost, the Enduring Innocence, the Starting Towns. Feels like, looks like a very similar deck, you know what I mean? Very similar. Okay, we're gonna go Enable Screams. I don't think we want Repulsive Mutation. I could see Tyvar still, that could be nice. Dragon Sniper could be interesting against these chunky attackers like... and what the bats do. This is probably a Dragon Sniper matchup, actually. Yes, it is, I think. Insidious Fungus for the enchantments. What the hell are we cutting? Probably like a Floodbit Drowner, an Innkeeper's Talent. Maybe a Pollinator. Alright, let's try it. 2 Innkeeper Talents? Damn. You saw you're my victim. I can't do that. Well, I can at least have Gene Pollinators. I mean, Innkeeper Talent's not the end of the world, I guess. I like the Sniper. Let me just try this, a little greedy. Yeah, I think this deck is interesting to play because it's different from what we've seen. My deck plays Hemosimic Mites. This one plays Sirens. My deck has completely let go of the Floodbit Drowners. This one is still playing the Drowners. This deck is playing Tyvars, which I've never really considered in the deck before. And there's also a Rizzler in. So, some interesting stuff, you know. Well, damn, we're hitting our land drops, I guess. That's kind of crazy. Riddler getting dropped in every list nowadays. I mean, probably for a reason, right? Like, it feels like Rizzler is becoming the blue Ouroboros. It feels like Rizzler is becoming the blue Ouroboros for real. Like, it's kind of, you know, just one of those... If you're playing a blue deck, you're with creatures in it, we always want to play Rizzler, maybe? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna put it on green, I guess. How's the deck draw? Or are you just dead after 10 cards? You have things like Surak. Like, my deck played 3 copies of Surak. This only plays 1. I guess you have the Rizzler to try and make up for it. But in general, this is like an aggro deck. So, you know, you're not expecting Mono Red to draw a gazillion cards, right? To be able to clutch out a game. So that's kind of... That's kind of like how you're supposed to look at it. It's definitely like a very aggressive deck list. But it has some reach to cards like Ouroboros and stuff. But a Rizzler and Eyeball 2099 did pretty good. Yeah. I could see that. Puppies! Uppies! Alright, we'll see if we get uppies to a big trampler, maybe. It's definitely versatile. Yeah, I mean, it's a chunky flyer, can represent a ton of card advantage. Like, I think the very first version I played of this deck list had a Rizzler in the sideboard, I believe. But yeah. You miss the days of Moth. Hope Standard's fun. What's up, Lionheart? The Moth? You mean the Mothra? The Diva? Or are we talking about oh, Acquisition Raid? Sure. Instant sorcery, enchantment, creature, boom. Uppies can transform. And you know what? Uppies will. Uppies will. The Brute Moth. I love that card so much. Those were the good days. Alright, we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna grab that. We're gonna grab the enchantment here. And then we're gonna grab the creature. Yeah, the Luminous Brute Moth. Yeah, I love that card so much. Alright, perfect. We're gonna go here. Get this set up too. An 8/8 Key Knight Curator. Let's go. Now we're looking for any of the spice. Yeah, Tyvar the Pummeler though, like 5 mana, creatures you control get +X until the end of turn, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Like, imagine that. Like, imagine that though, within a Roboroid in play. Like, you just beat anybody up. Tyvar's activatability has always been nice, and in this deck you have cards like Llanowar Elf, Gene Pollinator to really like ramp you up like crazy. So it's not impossible to be activating Tyvar like anywhere like fast, you know? Damn, Essence Channeler. Alright. Welcome to the struggle bus. Really need to, like, any of my baddies. No, that's not good enough right now. Yeah, this is where Tyvar would slap. This is where a robot... Like, a Tyvar on this battlefield, chat, would pump everything up by 10. Literally, Tyvar would be stronger than a Roboroid right now. Kind of wild, but makes you realize how good the card can be. Why is Gene Pollinator better than any other mana creatures? It's 1 mana. You know, any of the dorks? I think the other 1 mana dork you have is the one that gets played in Insidious Roots. And the Insidious Roots one is kind of like not synergistic, you know? It's not super synergistic because you need to have like a graveyard for that one to work, so yeah, a bit worse. New unfound use for Cheering Crowd. I played it in Big Red. It was quite cute in there, but it's risky. Yeah, Moltender needs a graveyard. Like, first you need to start milling yourself, and then you can use it to tap for something. Pollinator, like, reliably taps you, like, your permanents. Wedding. Make 4 here. Okay, so uppies. I think like we have 10 trample power, you know, that gets blocked. We push over 7. We should still have lethal here unless removal. So let's see. Scene, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it so much. All right. Yeah, got there. Thank you for the prime. Well, yes, Drunith's very nice. Well, yes. I also really like Gene Pollinator with Drunith because, like, you can slam it on turn 2, Drunith on... Or summon on 1, Drunith on 2, and then immediately, like, play a 1-drop, which kind of cracks. Yo, Demon. 8 months. Thank you. No! Gene! I stole Gene. GG. Rip Gene. I feel like I'll set up Llanowar Elves first, put this on blue. I just wait, and then I'll fire these 2 off together. Is it still Dragon Will Elspeth? Yeah, Sky Black is oh. Bro, okay. What? Right. Is it true that Woodsy wants to accuse you of Spidey's failure? Apparently. Apparently. I'm not even, like I said, I'm not even the biggest hater. I'm not worried. And even then still, I would never be worried regardless. Like I said, either way, I would never be worried anyway. If I get punished for telling my truth, then I don't give a fuck. Alright, let's get the Spyglass Siren up in here. Copy it. One thing I also never realized, which is kind of silly, but here we are, is that Druneth can copy a Druneth. You can have 2 Druneths on the battlefield. Never realized that. Thought I did a good job being neutral during a marketing period. Yeah, I mean, I'm always like open to experience something first and then make up my mind instead of just taking the hater stance from the get-go. Wow, okay, Innkeeper selling for days. Try this. I feel like the cat's on the way. There's gotta be the cat, I think. I mean, it could also be Fawnport, so I don't know. Yeah, but then again, like I said, I mean, they should never, ever, ever in a gazillion years punish anybody for speaking their truth. Like, that'd be crazy. I mean, they might. They might, I fear, but they should never. It's crazy. It's crazy that it all happened. Like, every time, Woodsy just digs their own grave further and further. Like, what the hell, dude? Like, what the hell? Yeah, let's go after the people that care enough to make content about your game. Good plan. I wonder how that's gonna play out. Good plan, bro. Why change squirt? You can double down. Nah, I guess so. I guess so. Nintendo is a master of that. Yeah. To be fair, like, I don't really know many... For Innkeeper Stallions, I don't really know many Nintendo influencers anyway. I couldn't name one. I don't know. I feel like getting to be sponsored or, like, by Nintendo is a distant thing that I never see happen. Sure. The set is bad. Why is it wrong for people to complain? It's just so insane. Like, it's so insane. Like, people aren't being negative about it because they just want to hate on you or some shit. People are being negative because the product you put out sucks, and it's a true definition of greed. Like, hello. All right, we should have lethal here because both of these have War 2 on them. Never mind then. I have blockers. Okay. Ether Drift was... I don't think Ether Drift was bad. Alright, let me put Innkeeper number 6 down. Hold on. Their in metrics indicated that only 10% of MTG players play Arena. Go to the LGS. I don't know. I think it depends on what you consider a Magic player to be, right? Like, how general is the term Magic player? Like, is a Magic player to you somebody that plays the game once a week, or is a Magic player to you somebody that's touched the game once? That's, I think, where the difference lies. exactly. Like both are Magic players, but you know, should the people that play Magic once a week be diminished into like a smaller, or should the group of players that plays once a week or once a month be tied into the players that buy one pack and be considered Magic players, right? I feel like those are not really the statistics you want to look at, because the same people that are, you know, the tabletop kitchen, I play once a year Magic the Gathering. I don't know if those people would even bother to fill in surveys regardless. Like, it's just a really weird thing to be talking about, like the 10% is only competitive, whereas like, dude, out of who? Like, yeah, no, people that are tabletop player or to like play the game once a year with their friends or something, I don't think that's a valuable number to you. Like, I don't think that's a valuable statistic for you to be working with, but I don't know. Anything to make them look good, I guess. You know what I mean? Yeah, like the people that play once a year probably won't be complaining, so they're just gonna hold on to that number for dear life. Like, they're gonna hold on to that for dear life, because the people that consume your game once a month or more than that will have something negative to say. Right. Probably freaking out right now. So many more UB sets coming, and they could all bomb if they misjudge consumer sentiment. Yes, it's true. It's true, and like I said, one of the reasons why like Spider-Man sold so well and looked so good initially is because the scalpers got their hands on it. But now, like, I'm pretty sure that Spider-Man boxes dropped in price like significantly, and all the scalpers are just trying to get rid of the boxes as fast as they can. Like, all the scalpers trying to get rid of it like ASAP, because they all thought they were going to get Final Fantasy 2.0, and nobody got Final Fantasy 2.0. Like, sorry, scalpers, Magic the Gathering will never be like Pokemon, where people buy that shit regardless. SPM collector boxes lost people millions. Hey, I think that's a good thing. I'm sorry. Like, keep the scalpers out of the game, please. We don't need like fucking scarcity, like inflation of products. Exactly, and now that Spider-Man fucked them over, they're gonna be afraid of future sets. Like, they're thinking that Magic was a safe investment like Pokemon is, but spoiler alert, it's not. We're not just slaves to the company and buy anything if we're not happy with it, you know? And that's a good thing. Like, I'm actually, like, low-key, like, even though it's constant drama every fucking day, I'm proud of us for standing our ground, for real. Like, I'm proud of us for standing our ground, dead ass. With this Spider-Man outrage, we said fuck you to the scalpers. We said fuck you to Wotzi's corporate greed of just like shoving unfinished rush sets in our faces. Low-key, we can be proud of ourselves for what we're doing, and hopefully change will actually come from this, you know? It's just obvious, like, we're not blind to like any of the bullshit that they're throwing our way. And even though they are coping heavy and are now trying to like put the blame on innocent people, hopefully the outcome of this will be positive. Gamers rise up. Nah, for real, Magic players rise up. I'm just gonna go in like this. It's a force block on something. I would say 90% of Pokemon card owners have never played the game. Pokemon? The TCG? Oh, 100%. 100%. Like, they really thought they could pull a boo-boo. They really thought they could pull a boo-boo on Magic the Gathering. I don't think so, buddy. I don't think so. That's 2 force blocks right there. I'm gonna take that. See. Cecil blocking is brave. You go to 1. Alright. Yeah, no. The tapping of the Drowner is gonna hurt a little bit, though. Yeah, like, you don't want any scalpers in your fucking game. Like, you really just don't. Like, it's the worst outcome of it all. But yeah, I'm glad that at least that's the outcome of it, that all the scalpers got fucked up. It's a great thing. Okay. Spider was you be done and super wrong. Like I said this earlier too, right? I don't think that you can say one positive thing about Spider-Man. Like anybody in the chat, if there's anybody, and this is a kink like shame-free zone, is there anything anybody likes about Spider-Man? Fleam. Fleam. I think the majority of what you guys are saying is like the art treatments. Right. I think that's at least like the #1 thing where Magic could never go wrong on. Art. Ooh, I'm tempted to keep this for real. Fuck, it's greedy though. Alright. Alright. It's greedy though. We're gonna try. Rip Druneth. Gone too soon. It just gets me blue. You're excited for Avatar? Yeah, I think Avatar will be a good change of pace. I hope so. I'm excited for it too. Loki, gonna have to start my rewatch. Okay, damn. Mono black. People to draw. I think so too. It may not be working out right now though. Yay, we got one. We get the 2-line, we're all set up. I have more Dork's bestie, don't worry about it. Being intentionally kind today. Yo, that's always a good thing. You just watched it and it was so nostalgic. Nice. Yeah, Avatar was really good. We're gonna go like this. We're looking for Space Noodle. Please, a Space Noodle. Well, yeah, it's mono black. I mean, that's how it goes. And then they have an Unholy Annex and they can win with it. Just make yourself a demon. And you're chilling. E-Spider is not bad. And at least, like, take away the... I like the flyer becomes a 2/2 with that. It still keeps it type, so that's kind of diff, but yeah. Guess we'll get rid of Llanowar Elves, I think. What the hell, sure. Yeah, we'll definitely see how powerful like the Avatar mechanics are going to be for sure. I think IR bending is going to be cracked. I think airbending is going to be really powerful. Earthbending too, yeah. Not sure about firebending. Ooh, let's go Auroroid, but now I'm short on fuck, damn it. Not sure about like Rizzler. May need to take that, really. Not sure about like firebending, waterbending. I think could also be really strong, like discounting and stuff. I don't think they're looking that bad, honestly. When it's become a thing. Yeah, it's a new thing on Twitch. I think I get rid of the land. I mean, rip to the Rizzler. I'm hoping to rip the land on the top anyway. We'll see. Sorry for changing my mind there, not letting y'all know. Fuck. Well, it gets us close to something. Are winning basic combat tricks OP? Yeah, how many combat tricks are like relevant like that? I don't know. Ah, shit. Okay. Yeah, I think people saw it in I think it's been spoiled, right? Or no, the Heartless Act. Should be, it's still Cryfall already, I believe. Bro, can you stop hating? Damn. Like, what the fuck? Damn, bestie. Model Black be like that. Yeah, it's true. Everything I have is gone. The fuck? Classic Mono Black. It is what it is. I guess I'll just... Well, hey, as long as we got an Ouroboros, there's a way through, you know what I mean? As long as we got a Ouroboros, we can get through this. We technically have like 8 damage with Siren and Beastbinder pretty safe right now, so maybe we can still get through it. The power of Simic. Making a deck with for the Aven Interrupter and all the airbending cards. Yeah. Lois? Damn, Lois kind of changes the vibe, I think. 5? What the hell? Lois, no. Jeez. Okay, well that kind of hurt, you guys. Oh god. They're back up to 16. Yikes. Is that still exacties, chat? There's no way. There's no way. A Ouroboros, like, bro. A Ouroboros is just honestly one of the most correct fucking cards in so long. Like, it's insane. Like, people are gonna be asking for Ouroboros bans at some point, for real. Like, this card, like, this card, dude. What the fuck? Like, there's no other card that wins you the game in that spot like a Ouroboros does. It's crazy. It's crazy. I can't believe it. Anytime I play with it. Skill on sight. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a fair card for sure. It's the true definition of a very powerful, fair card. I feel like a Ouroboros... Okay, maybe I'm gonna get shade for this, but I feel like a Ouroboros reminds me a lot of Shelly. You know, people wanted Shelly banned for the longest time. Shelly never got banned because Shelly was fair enough. It's an incredibly powerful 4-drop that, by simply just laying there, can win you the game. Ouroboros is Shelly reincarnated. And we love to see it. Oh, you just said that with Shelly? Yeah. I agree, I agree. How is Shelly fair? What's unfair about Shelly? Let's flip the question. What's unfair about Shelly? I would say Shouldered is not an unfair card. I feel like something like Kona is an unfair card. I feel like something like Vivi is an unfair card. Like, if you remove Shelly, it's done, right? If you remove Shelly, it's over. The torture is done, right? And most decks will have a decent amount of removal anyways. I feel like the definition of a fair card has changed a lot though, right? Like, a fair card is no longer a vanilla, like, 3-mana 5/5. It begs the question, should 4-drops win the game like that? No, but that's unfortunately the current design philosophy of Standard. In order for, like, a card to make an impact, it needs to have, like, a longer impact on the game. But when it comes to powerful 4-drops, a Roboid is definitely on the fairer side. I don't know. I may get a lot of shade for like calling Shelly fair, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't know. I agree with it. Okay. Then again, I feel like a Robroid is still fairer than shouldered anyways, but yeah. I'm gonna hold probably just Drowner here. Just slam it. Ass too big on Shelly. That could be true for sure. I don't know. Like, I don't expect y'all to agree with me calling Shelly fair. I definitely don't expect that. Drunith Gene Pollinator? Probably. Here we go. Sure. The card like an Imp Call can be good, really means a lot about standard. But yeah, I mean, standard at the moment is just like crazy defined by doing unfair things, right? Like, what video did I say this in? I think I said it in my recent video where standard decks are just expected to be doing a game-winning thing by turn 4, or you're just gonna get ran over by all the combo decks that are present within the format. It's the unfortunate truth. That's why this Simic deck has gone from mid-range to aggro. That's why, like, you know, a lot of these decks have developed in a way to be faster than they should be, because like, how many decks are out here winning on turn 4 in standard? Like, way too fucking many. And a lot of them, like, how the hell do you beat an Omniscience? Then you have the Teamer Battlecryer decks that also just win out of nowhere. You got the VV decks that just, like, combo you off out of nowhere on turn 4. You gotta, if you don't have the right tools, you just gotta be going under them. Ooh, Tyvar against Slasher? That's a slay. Tyvar has arrived, everybody. Okay. That's always the worst thing about combo-heavy formats anyway. Like, there's no room for, like, you know, any grindy strategies. Grinding is not allowed, because then you just give your opponent time to get to their combo. Vero, also a great example, of course. That's why I don't like combo-heavy formats, but hey, that's me. I can swing with Tyvar and I'll make him indestructible, right? Like, why can I not read this? Tap another creature control. Tyvar gains indestructible at the end of turn. Tap it. I can swing at him and still make him indestructible, right? I believe so. Like, my reading comprehension's not doing it today. Tyvar! Thanks, chat. One of those moments where I start sweating because I'm like, fuck, am I reading this card wrong? And then I'm not sure. I'm gonna go to you guys for insurance. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Chat's my insurance for not doing dumb shit. Streamer benefits. Well, if I was playing by myself, I'd just do it. And if it fucks me up, then GG. Lesson learned. It's more that I don't want to make a fool out of myself. It's really more that I don't want to make a fool out of myself when I'm streaming. Like, I'm like 90% sure something works the way I think it does, but just to be safe. You know? Hey, look at this! Let's go, Tyvar. Alright. Too easy. Too easy. This deck is just, man, like, smooth sailing, dude. Smooth sailing.